Good morning, all. It is Tuesday. It is the 25th of August, and our reading is from Psalm 139:14. I praise you because I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Now, some of us are more wonderfully made than others. Just kidding. But when we look at the uniqueness, the complexity of the human being, whether we're talking about physicality, we're talking about the brain and how it works, the complexities of personalities and thought, we are all fearfully and wonderfully made. And I don't want to make this too much of a downer, but we see constant attacks on the most vulnerable of those who are fearfully and wonderfully made, the preborn. And in some places, there is attempts to even go back to the days of offering children up to Moloch by allowing them to be eliminated even after they've been born. And there have been attempts to pressure mothers to eliminate babies who might not meet the doctors, the society, whatever standards about what a human being should be. And we see the same discussion about the elderly sometimes, which is a utilitarian approach. In other words, what do they bring? What their worth is based on performance. And I've seen adults who really struggle because that's their childhood too. Love was given based on performance, not based on the fact that they were your child. And so, what God says is every single human being, and a human being comes into place at conception, every single human being has great worth because they're created in his image. It's not about you being utilitarian. It's not about can they accomplish this much? Society getting to decide what this much needs to be at any given time. But can they accomplish what God's called them to do, which is be a living, breathing human being created in his image who has the possibility of coming to him, being saved, and being one of his children? So, one place Christians can get involved in world issues, which isn't our primary calling. Our primary calling is what? To sow seed, see God save people, and then us make disciples out of them. That's our primary calling. How that works out individually varies from person to person. But having said that, one area out there in the world that Christians can get involved in is the protection of the lives of those who can't protect themselves. And how that plays out, and whether you have a specific calling or just praying for people, I don't know. That's not my problem or my issue. My issue is maybe this is one thing I can do is talk about it or pray for people when I get an email from a local pro-life organization asking for prayer for a specific person. But we are fearfully and wonderfully made, and that was true from the moment we were conceived. So just keep that in mind and pray about what does that mean to you specifically. And I'll see you again tomorrow.